Welcome, MechWarrior. You're accessing beginner-level training manuals for the Firestarter FS9-H provided by Ronin Fox Armored Security. I'll be your instructor, Fox. Because this is the beginner level, some restrictions will apply, including no lost tech, no upgrades, no mods. DLC will be allowed. You will learn about the capabilities, strengths, and weaknesses of the Firestarter FS9-H, as well as how to customize and use it in the field. Let us begin. Argyle Technologies Firestarter FS9-H. Weight class, light. Role, scout. Availability, very common. Threat level, enhanced. Description. The Firestarter H was produced in the time of the Star League as a reconnaissance mech with an additional support role of an incendiary platform. Argyle Technologies could not have predicted the widespread popularity of their Firestarter. It quickly became the gold standard of all incendiary mechs, and the Inner Sphere powers rushed to adopt it to the point of reconfiguring entire combat doctrines with incendiary stratagem. Those seeking a Firestarter will find it most commonly amongst the Capellan Confederation. However, the Federated Suns will produce Lost Tech-enhanced variants in 3049. Specifications. Maximum weight, 35 tons. Minimum weight, 16.5 tons. This means 18.5 tons are available for customizing the mech. Top speeds, 97 kilometers forward, 64 kilometers reverse, standard engine. This is considered average by light mech class standards. Armor, 176 units. This is 5.5 tons of standard armor. Maximum possible armor, 250 units. This is 7.81 tons. This mech could be seen as well-armored by Scout Mech standards or moderately well-armored by overall light mech standards. Weapons. 2 medium lasers, 1 in each left and right arm. 4 flamers, 1 in each left and right arm, 2 flamers in the center torso. 2 machine guns, 1 in each left and right torso. 1 ton of machine gun ammo, this is 5,200 rounds, right torso. 2 lower right arm melee weapons rated at 5 damage each, left and right arm. 6 Class 5 jump jets, located 3 in the left torso, 3 the right torso. 2 additional heat sinks, left and right leg. Strengths and weaknesses of the Firestarter FS9-H. Although classified as a scout mech, the Firestarter is surprisingly dangerous and can jeopardize mechs even of the assault class. This is primarily due to 3 factors. First, the Firestarter has a great deal of weapon hardpoints, and when all weapons are fired simultaneously, it will rapidly chew through armor at frightful speeds. The weapons are all perfectly accurate, and the flamers will quickly shut down any mechs that don't carry many additional heat sinks. Secondly, the Firestarter is swift, able to rapidly close distances, as well as have the agility to take advantage of any cover on approach to the target with ease. Lastly, as a 35-ton mech, it can be customized to carry the maximum possible armor in the light class. As far as weaknesses go, there is one primary weakness. The Firestarter requires a great deal of piloting skill to operate it effectively. MechWarriors will need to get into close range and doggedly hound their enemies while the weapons go to work, staying in close range without simultaneously crashing into the mech, which will cause a great deal of damage to a small mech like the Firestarter. Firestarter H Rebuild Design. Ronin Fox Armored Security custom designed this mech to be as user-friendly as possible for the beginner-level MechWarrior. However, it will still be effective in the hands of an experienced pilot. With a stripped-down mech, first add 2 medium lasers. Their range and accuracy are excellent for shooting down helicopters. Next, add 4 small lasers short burst. Short burst lasers are DLC weapons, and standard small lasers are also effective. However, the rapid-fire speeds of short burst lasers will feel natural when matched with machine guns. It's also worth noting that although flamers are very powerful, Ronin Fox opted out of flamers for this build because the fires they produce can be blinding to the pilot and make them less beginner-friendly. Next, add 2 machine guns and 1 ton of machine gun ammo, which is 5,200 rounds. Now maximize the mech's armor and add 5 extra heat sinks. This will put the Firestarter over its weight limit, which will make it easier to tune the armor. To tune the armor, first set all rear armor sections to 10 armor units and move the rest to the forward armor. Then set the head armor to 24 and both legs to 30 armor each. These changes further enhance the Firestarter's armor, which is important for such a aggressive close-range mech. It also allows a less experienced MechWarrior to make more mistakes before critical damage is suffered. BattleRom Annotation. The upcoming footage will demonstrate the capabilities of the newly modified Firestarter H so that the new MechWarrior may see both how it performs and how one might pilot it effectively. The conditions for battle are as follows. Mission type, Scorched Earth. Difficulty, 12. Maximum drop weight, 135. Allies include 2 Javelin 10F, 1 Javelin 10N. All allied BattleMechs are in stock configuration. Pilot skill, green. If you have access to your own training battle pod, search for Document 1, where an instant action code is provided. Input the instant action code into your battle pod and you can recreate this same scenario. Welcome to Alexandria, MechWarrior. This planet became a hotbed of activity in 3020 when the Lyran Commonwealth sought to reconquer it from the Draconis Combine. You'll be seeing the perspective of Ashi Lance, one of Ronin Fox's light lances. Specifically, you'll be seeing the perspective of Ashi 1. Ashi Lance's raid begins on the proverbial wrong foot as the mercenaries supporting the 32nd Lyran Guards return earlier than expected. Ashi 1 leads the counterattack, relying on the heavy armor of the modified Firestarter H to protect the rest of Ashi Lance. He prioritizes the Commando over the Firestarter as it is both fragile and dangerous. Take note of Ashi 1 specifically avoiding collisions with enemy mechs, even if it exposes him to more damage, as well as not engaging in melee combat. This is because the Firestarter's damage comes from saturating them with continuous fire, and the melee attacks would interrupt this. The combined firepower of every weapon shooting simultaneously rapidly chews through BattleMech armor, and neither the Commando nor the Firestarter fare well against the redesigned Firestarter H. Although the mercenaries were neutralized, Ashi Lance's surprise attack was compromised. On the approach to the supply depot, one of the garrison's scout mechs, a single spider, detects them, and Ashi Lance collapses on the target, attempting to neutralize it before it can retreat. Closer to the supply depot, Ashi Lance detects a single Centurion A, the most powerful mech defending the garrison. Ashi 1, instead of attacking, orders a circle around the garrison in order to neutralize any stragglers that are not inside the premises of the outpost. In a surprise maneuver, the Steiner Centurion opts to engage Ashi Lance alone. The Light Lance quickly collapses around the Centurion A, with Ashi 1 targeting specifically the Centurion's arm to disable its main weapon, an AC-10. With his main weapon destroyed, Ashi 1 closes for the kill, knowing that the mech is nearly helpless up close. Reinforcements would begin to arrive, however, and a Jenner D blitzes its way onto the battlefield, attempting to save the supply depot. However, the Jenner's light armor is rapidly compromised by the firepower of the Firestarter H, cutting it down in moments. Before the supply depot could be completely destroyed, more of the Lyran Guard's mercenary support arrive as a last-ditch effort to save the supply depot. However, this time it is Ashi Lance's turn to ambush a drop site location. They mercilessly engage the mechs as they disembark their dropship. The mercenary Jenner shares in the same fate as the Steiner Jenner earlier, quickly destroyed by the Firestarter H's rapid-fire weapons. Nor can its lancemate, the Spider, escape either, as it's quickly surrounded, caught, and cut down. Now, with all opposing forces truly defeated, Ashi Lance finishes the supply depot off and returns back to headquarters. Ashi Lance returns, having defeated far more BattleMechs than the mission's intel suggested and suffering minor damage, only a single arm breach on one of the javelins, and this particular mech carries no equipment components in its arms. This concludes the tactical debriefing of the Firestarter FS9-H. You now have a much better understanding of this mech's specifications, strengths and weaknesses, as well as how to modify your own Firestarter H to a beginner-friendly level. Once again, thank you for choosing Ronin Fox Armored Security for all of your training needs. And that's the Firestarter video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Final thoughts about the Firestarter out of character. I absolutely love this mech. It's possibly my favorite light mech, even with all of the possible hero variants out there. And that's because I know I can get a Firestarter H in the beginning of the game pretty reliably, and it punches well above its weight class. It floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee. Absolutely love it. Grab yourself a Firestarter H if you find one and you like close-range combat. In other news, remember that it's September, so Dragon's Gambit DLC is coming out. Not sure if I'm going to stream it on Twitch or YouTube, so follow them both just to be safe. That's Get Good Fox on Twitch and Get Good Fox on YouTube. Lastly, if you enjoyed this video, show the Fox some love so he can make more of these videos. Real easy stuff. Like the video, share it with someone who's new, leave a comment. I actually really enjoy reading the comments. I try to respond to as many of them as possible. The comments are what help me re-energize my motivation to make another video, so let me know what you think down below. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Remember that you don't have to be good to get good.